What's up everybody, Chuck Bailey with the Bass Channel, and today we're going to be talking about the B-Axis pickups from Bartolini. Let's check it out. So, little background on this bass. You've seen it before, it's been on the channel. This bass is incredible sentimental value to me. This is my Bandito. I've had this for 20 years easily. This was the bass that I toured with when I was in a band that was signed to Sony, and I had done a ton of modifications to this bass, and I'm not even going to get into all of that again. It's in all the videos that we've done. But what I want to talk about was this bass was the kind of launching point, if you will, for my Bartolini kind of journey. So just quick backstory. Brandon Jones, who I've mentioned many times on this channel before, from Made on Earth Guitars in Las Vegas, he was the first person I've gone to as far as a luthier and a tech goes. And you know, I brought him this bass. Originally it was just a P bass, and I got it off eBay. It was just like this, stripped down, had all the original hardware, and I went to him and I was like, I need you to help me make this amazing. So he suggested the Leo Quan Badass 3-bass bridge, some Bartolini PJ pickups, we routed it for the J, and then a tone knob and a 3-way selector. And that's what he said. And that's all we did. A bone nut also. We put a bone nut and we made it string through, and strap blocks, because in my youth I was jumping and flying all over the place. Now my knees scream just thinking about that. But these pickups, the Bartolini pickups, were definitely my, kind of an eye-opener for me. And I know it's kind of hit and miss. I know it's not Chris's favorite pickup. We know Chris's favorite pickup. But Bartolini for me at that time was the answer I was looking for. I had a lot of roundness and fullness with those pickups, and they served me very well. So, you know, fast forward a little bit, I developed a great working relationship with Bartolini, and I started working with them more and more often. And they suggested a set of B-Axis pickups for my MTD, my Saratoga, the second custom bass that I had made from Michael Tobias Design. And they had a B-Axis P, and then a B-Axis that's proprietary only to MTD, which was a Bucker. And I was in love. Like, that sound to me is still one of my favorite bass tones that I have ever been able to you know, humbly have available to me as far as guitars go. And I instantly became just kind of enamored with the B-Axis line. There was something that came out and then kind of stopped. They had some production issues, and they had some other things happening as far as you know, supplies and things like that. COVID, you know, it did that to everybody. It was just decimating everybody's production line and their availability for parts and things like that. So Bartolini was not separated from everyone else's hardships. They were also going through the gigs with that too. And you know, fast forward to them doing everything they could to not only continue their supply chain for their dealers and all of their artists that they service, but to continue to innovate with these pickups. So they got that squared away, and they sent me a set of PJs of the B-Axis pickups here. And this is a completely passive bass, and these pickups, I don't know what the mojo is, but the B-Axis pickups truly are my favorite Bartolini pickups that they've made. And I've used quite a bit of different models, whether it was soap bars, their P's, their J's. I've used them all. While some of them I liked more than others, I can say without question the B-Axis pickups definitely are the very best, in my opinion, of what Bartolini offers as far as their modern take on their classic sound and giving you that push and that oomph. Because, you know, again, Bartolini's always been kind of like, like Glocks, right? You either love them or you hate them. I never met any middle of the road players. It's like either people that swore by them or people that like just could not get behind them. You know, some of the older things that I would hear people say about some of the older models was that Bartolini's felt like there was just like a blanket over your amp and like it just sounded kind of muffled. I never got that, but I mean, I have heard that once or twice before, and you know, maybe it was the style of player, maybe it was the amp, I don't know. Maybe they got a bad magnet, I don't even know if that's a thing. But I will tell you that the B-axis pickups consistently, especially when you put a fresh set of strings on, it is just the absolute best bass tone I've ever gotten out of a passive bass ever. I've said often that a 4-string PJ is one of my favorites because while other people say they share a sentiment that you just get kind of the vanilla version of both of those pickups when you go PJ, I disagree. I think a lot of that comes down to the player and a lot of that comes down to the pickup. And I think the B-axis pickups, especially the PJ set that are in this bass now, I think this is the best this bass has ever sounded. And I'll show you some different tone examples and all that from this, but to me, these pickups gave this bass a whole second life. Like I find myself taking my 4-string out more now than I ever did. Both of my MTDs are 5 strings, and I've been taking this Fender that I've had forever to a lot of my gigs, and I get compliments all the time. I know the B-axis pickups are readily available straight through Bartolini. I think they're sold out, but they are working on batches all the time. I've talked with some of the people over at Bartolini, and they're still ramping their production as fast as they can. I'm going to show you, like I said, these tone examples. I'll show you some playing stuff with these pickups, and we'll have another video later with the 5-string jazz set because a lot of people were asking for that also, for alternatives as far as pickups go, and the B-axis jazz pickups sound incredible too. Thank you for checking this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of introduction to the Bartolini B-axis line. If you haven't familiarized yourself with that, please go check them out at bartolini.net. RIP to Bill Bartolini. He was a kind of led the way for pickups. He was one of the things I always heard about the guy was that he was always very helpful and kind to luthiers and everybody trying to get their businesses and their guitars kind of in the mainstream. And Bartolini's been around for a long time, and the guy was always a giver. So, you know, my condolences to the Bartolini family. Thank you guys for all your support. Let me know what you thought about the tones you heard on this bass in the comments, and be watching for the 5-string B-axis jazz video soon. Until next time, this is Chuck Bailey with the Bass Channel with the Bandito, and we'll see you later.